I don't know anything about Chappell Roan. I'm going to be honest. To be very clear, you know the people that post online and they're like, everything I've learned about this person is against my will, has been against my will. Everything about this has been terrible. I can't believe I keep learning about this. I'm like the opposite. Every time I learn stuff about someone who I would otherwise never look into, I'm so happy because I'm like, oh, I get to know Chappell Roan. People mad at her. It looks like, okay, because she said paparazzi is annoying and being under the spotlight's annoying. Oh, okay. Okay. Got it. But I still haven't listened to any of her music. And I just need everybody to be very understanding for 2 seconds, okay? It's not that I'm a hater. It's that I loop the same song over and over and over again. And then I find a new song or I go back to an old song and then I just loop that one over and over and over again. Most recently, I've just been looping this one that came up automatically in my YouTube, one of my YouTube playlists. I'll play it for you guys a little bit. One sec. So anyways, most recently it's been that song, but you know, you never know with me. You never know what type of music it'll be. At one point I was straight up looping Dolly Parton's 9 to 5. Okay? I'm going to be totally honest with you, okay? At one point I was just looping Hotline Miami music over and over again for hours, for weeks, for hours. Okay? There's just one song that hits and I'm like, "Oh shit, we got to listen to this forever." And the worst part is sometimes you go and listen to their other music and you're like, I'll just go back to your good one. I'll just go back to your good one. It's okay. It's okay. You have the one that has a lot of replayability. That's good enough. You ever loop albums? Honestly, it's happened maybe twice that I've listened to the entire album that a musician has come out with. I'm not good. I'm literally neurodivergent, okay? Okay. All right. But anyways, so I don't know anything about Chappell Roan, except she seems pretty cool, I guess. But then she did the cringe centrist liberal thing of like, I can't endorse a candidate because I disagree with both of them on different things. And it's like, listen, man, okay, if you want to take a stance and be like, hey, there's one major issue that's happening right now, I think you should just go on and say Palestine or say Gaza and be like, this issue is too important for me to care about anything else. Okay, sure. But that's not what she originally said on the tweet. What she said was like, there are different things that I dislike from both sides. That is exactly what she did. I'm talking about after the fact. I'm talking about most recently, her decision on why she doesn't want to endorse a candidate. Wasn't it because she was pro-Palestine? Did I get something confused? Well, her quote was that she had different things she disliked from both sides. Not that there was one major issue that she dislikes on both sides, which is just people seem to be very upset about it right now. We'll talk about it a little bit later. We can read the Salon article. We can read the quotes.
By stance, but I saw a TikTok telling me to love Chappell Roan because she thought about reciting poetry about Palestine, but decided not to. I'm like, okay, I guess.
Wait, what? I might get murdered by stance. I saw a TikTok telling me to love Chappell Roan because she thought about reciting poetry about Palestine, but then decided not to. Oh. 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 Okay. But anyways, we're just going to talk about her comment. We're going to talk about why people dislike it. We're going to talk about whether or not it's fine that she made it or not fine that she made it. I have a lot of issues with, just in general, celebrities and politics and what that means and what that looks like. It's probably better to just not say anything at all then rather than being convoluted and ambiguous. I think it's just that when you're talking about why you're not participating in an election cycle, I think it's very important to clarify that it's not a both sides issue. Because you're pretending like both sides are the same and they aren't the same. Right? I think your messaging should be very clear on this is about Gaza or whatever. So that no one thinks that like, oh, really, Dems and Republicans are really exactly the same. It's just like the difference, small differences in wording. Small differences in wording. It was when she was invited to the White House and ultimately declined. She did an interview and revealed that she wanted to read the poetry, but she was advised not to for her safety. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. My favorite thing to say to conservatives is that I was going to vote for Trump until Taylor Swift endorsed Kamala. That's funny as shit, actually. Dude, you are a great troll. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay, anyways, so we'll get into it. We'll talk about it, okay? The next thing I was going to talk about, all right? Next story. I know Kamala went on Oprah. I don't know if it was Resident Sleeper or not, but I thought maybe at least we could watch some of the highlights. Maybe? I kind of don't want to watch the entire thing because it's like an hour and a half, and I feel like most of it was probably boring. IMO. But maybe some of it was decent. Maybe. Maybe. All right. Next. There's that one video that's been making the rounds, the Jubilee video, where it's like one woke guy takes on 22 guys. I mean, people. I mean, conservatives. Not like that. So I thought that would be fun. I don't know. It is an hour and 42 minutes long. No shot we finished that. A folk American, thank you so much for the gifts up. She has been raising money for Palestinian aid. Pop Crave keeps leaving out important context or quotes on purpose. Yeah, sure. We can. Like I said, we're gonna read all of it together. That one's got stamina. No, it's a dude. Okay, only a man could have that much stamina. Okay, obviously. Come on, be real. Be women's rights and wrongs. Just cut all of that. Cut all of that. Pretend like this is not a live stream. Cut all of that. Okay. Can you post the video in the Discord? Asking for a friend. Wait, which video? Stop. Stop. Did you perchance watch the MAGA fashion show live stream? It's the same one with the guy singing terribly. Wait, can you please send it? Wait, send it in chat. Please send it in chat. Oh, yeah, we're not gonna have time for that, Pogo Blues. So yeah, I wanted to watch all of that. I think the last thing I wanted to do, as you guys know, I can't decide if we should do it first or at the end. I kind of want to talk about actual politics because I kind of miss politics. Ew. I kind of want to miss politics. I kind of miss politics, so I kind of want to talk about it. But Mold Monday. Oh, Raptor. Oh, thanks. But Mold Monday back on the menu. All right. Very excited. Very, very excited. I don't know if you guys know, but Dragon Age recently came out with, I guess, the character creator. I think they did a character creator preview or something. I don't know what the fuck this shit is called. Pre-game, whatever. And they put a couple of different things in the character creator slider that's very normal, but one of the things that they put in that people have been getting really mad about is that they put top surgery scars, which means it's woke. Obviously. I like how my favorite thing about it is like it's optional. You don't have to do that, you know? You don't have to actually. Don't worry. They have white male available for you. Okay. They have cookie cutter white male preset 1 for you. I get it. You're in a fantasy world. You could be playing as all of these different cool races that don't exist in the real world. You could be a mage, doesn't exist in the real world. But I get it, man. I get it. You just sword, shield, white dude. That's all you want to do. I get it. Don't worry. That's still in the game. You can still do that, big boy. Don't even worry about it. It reminds me of the quarter pounder raging about the trans flag in Celeste. Does he know Celeste? Mages are real? Yeah. The way you stole my heart was magic. Oh God. Oh my God. Just can somebody please in Minecraft. Oh my God. I This is what happens when you stop streaming for a week, okay? This is what happens. Oh God. If they give me a choice to be trans, I have to. I don't have a choice. The best part Dragon Age finally made, not complete ass character creator hair options. No fucking way, dude. Wait, that's actually sick. This is the MAGA fashion show, by the way. I'm scared. I'm scared. The problem is fashion is set by trendsetters and people who don't conform to like I don't know, like what society sets the standard for things. Fashion shows for conservatives, that's stupid. Where you're just going to show everybody what they already kind of like and feel very neutrally about. That's not the point of a fashion show. The point of a fashion show is supposed to be like pushing the boundaries and seeing what new crazy shit will like take off. Not like, oh, look, you'll never believe it. Skinny jeans for millennial women. Oh my God, I know, crazy. Avant-garde, yeah, exactly. But maybe we can watch some of it. Oh, I'm scared. Oh my God, I'm scared. Oh, I'm scared. But we'll do that. But for Mold Monday, there's the Veilguard stream. There's the Veilguard stuff that's gotten people really mad. So let's go one story at a time, okay? First and foremost. One sec. Where is it? Where did I put this thing? Hey. You know what? Honestly, first and foremost, we should do this Chappell Roan story. So I know pop craze, poo craze, whatever. I don't know a lot about pop culture, but what I do know is that they've been trying to make people hate Chappell Roan, which I don't understand because they'll post something very base that she said, and then they'll be like, can you believe this? Unbelievable. Like her stance is, oh man, I didn't realize how there are so many frustrating parasocial aspects of being a famous person that suck. I didn't recognize how negative the negatives are, which is something that celebrities have been saying forever. This is like, you can go back to Britney Spears, probably even further back than that. That's just what celebrities have been talking about, that especially like women who, you know, all the body shaming that goes along with it. Yeah, it's not a crazy idea that you dealing with people being stalkers towards you, dealing with people paparazzi trying to get anything, any photos or clips or excerpts of you. Yeah, I get it. I get it. Yeah. Also, the second you say anything, everyone has an opinion about it. Yeah. I get it. Unfortunately, if you have any wealth ever, you're not allowed to complain. This is just how it works. This is why Hassan got canceled for trying to talk about how, yeah, streaming is like socially very exhausting, which is a comment that was meant just for him and his community, just to talk about the fact that, surprise, surprise, after 8 hours of streaming, talking is really exhausting. But unfortunately, you're never allowed to complain ever because you have money, so fuck you. Go fuck yourself. How dare you? Ever. Which is just very bizarre, I guess. Bizarre. Content creation harder than 9 to 5 discourse. Got it. Yeah. Which is like, it's crazy that so many people viewed it that way when in reality it was just people, content creators especially, talking about how personally that's been the most difficult job that they've had. Not even, hey, no, my job is harder than yours, or no, I deserve more than you do because my job is harder than yours. Just like content creators.
Glad to see you back, Dennis.
A lot of content creators talking about their experience, saying, yeah, I've done this. I mean, I know Sandwich, she was a hairstylist, I believe. And that's what her primary job was, which is like standing on your feet for 8 hours cutting hair. Very physically draining. And you have to have a social aspect where you're keeping the person you're cutting entertained. And there's a lot of people that go to hair salons that want to talk to the stylist. I personally just want to sit in silence, but I know that other people do want to talk to their stylist. So you have to do all this like emotional labor, all this social labor, you know, et cetera, et cetera. But she talked about it. She was like, yeah, I mean, I was cutting hair for 8 hours a day for like 5 days a week, standing on my feet. My hands would get fucking exhausted. I would get so drained afterward. And streaming is still like the most challenging job that I've had to undertake. And people, for some reason, they read multiple content creators saying this sentiment as like, you clearly think that your life is so much more difficult than everybody else's. Like, what are you talking? What? When do we say? Also, especially towards like leftist creators, it's like we spend all our time vouching for workers' rights and being like, fuck yeah, unionize, fuck yeah, protest, fuck your job, steal back all of your labor, do the bare minimum for your piece of shit boss. What? Why would we ever, what? Right? So it's just it's very silly. We're going to call center to talk 8 hours a day. You have to be on all the time. It's very emotionally exhausting. Imagine streaming is at least a little bit somewhat similar. Oh, for sure. Yeah. And not to say that, you know, streamers or content creators in general that have had some success don't have privileged lives. I mean, most streamers will be the first people to tell you that their life is very privileged and that the job that they get to have is very cool job. But yeah, it's because you are the most likely to read their message over the people that actually deserve the criticism. Oh, I mean, yeah, sure. So, long story short, I know for whatever reason, Chappell Roan has been getting hate. Most recently, she got in trouble for this. Chappell Roan rejects offered. Oh, wait, no, this is the article that Marianne linked. Not that one. Sorry. Let me pull it up. Whoopsie. It was this that I saw. Chappell Roan on why she hasn't endorsed Kamala Harris. Quote, I have so many issues with our government in every way. There's so many things I would want to change. So I don't feel pressured to endorse someone. There's problems on both sides. Let me pull up the official or the full quote. Here we go. Here's the Time magazine article on it. Chappell Roan's both sides non-endorsement divides the internet. Kamala Harris's presidential campaign has received endorsement of several pop stars, most recently Taylor Swift and Billie Eilish, through their support behind the vice president and Democratic nominee. But one particular chart topper whose feminist music and Midwest princess aesthetic the meme-embracing Harris campaign has enthusiastically co-opted, has said she won't be among them. Among us? Chappell Roan, the 26-year-old good luck babe singer from Missouri, told The Guardian in an interview published Friday that she is not planning to endorse anyone ahead of the November election, saying that there's problems on both sides. The comment has divided social media users, some of whom have applauded her stance and others have criticized her for being cowardly and accused her of giving false equivalency and failing to stand up for the LGBT community, given the explicitly anti-queer agenda of Harris's Republican opponent, former President Donald Trump. Aw, squiggles. Aw, thanks. Thank you. That's really nice. So, if she hadn't said both sides, it would have rankled fewer people The idea of not wanting to be a celebrity endorser would have been agreed to. Yeah. Yeah. I think this is actually like a very... I think this is a very common problem just on the internet in general, which is you have to learn how to not be clipped, or you have to try your best to not be clipped. And you're just not allowed to say the words both sides. When you're like, if you are trying to show that you are progressive. That's just something you would get angry about if you were blue MAGA? I mean, sure, yeah. Z, thank you so much for the gift sub. Thank you. Deadass, it's just ignorance on the jargon. Oh, for sure. But like, you have to also understand that like the jargon, it matters too. The way that you say the things matters. So it's hard. But anyways, we'll just keep going. I have so many issues with our government every way. Roan told The Guardian, there's so many things I want to change, so I don't feel pressured. To endorse someone. There's problems on both sides. I encourage people to use your critical thinking skills, use your vote small, vote for what's going on in your city. The Harris campaign hasn't shied from trying to tie itself to Roan's popularity. In July, the first days, just days after the president dropped out of the presidential race and Harris took over, the campaign posted a clip on social media of Roan's 2023 phenomenon. And in August, after Harris announced her selection of Minnesota Governor Tim Walz to be her running mate, the campaign began selling a camouflage cap styled after Roan's Midwest Princess merch. Oh, this is the post. One sec. Okay. Is this really? Where are the hats? Those are just two blank pictures? Stop. Shut the fuck up, dude. Shut up. Oh, gosh. Anyways, Roan's withholding of her endorsement shouldn't come as a complete surprise after the singer, who is known for promoting LGBT community in her music and performances, who fundraises for Palestinian aid, has taken previous political stands against the Biden-Harris administration, particularly over the issues of trans rights and ongoing conflict in Gaza. At the 2024 Governor's Ball in New York in June, Roan revealed that she had declined an invitation to perform at the White House's Pride festivals. We want liberty, justice, and freedom for all. When you do that, that's when I'll come. Dressed in a Statue of Liberty costume on stage, Roan referred to Emma Lazarus' poem on the monument. But in case you had forgotten what's etched on my pretty little toes, give me your tired, your poor, your huddled masses yearning to breathe free. She said that means freedom in trans rights. It means freedoms in women's rights. And it especially means freedom for all oppressed people in occupied territories. So I think at this point, genuinely, I mean, I have a visceral reaction to hearing people say both sides. I think most people reasonably have a visceral reaction to people saying both sides because it's such a liberal term and liberals fucking love saying that shit. And you know they say it in response to the craziest, most fascistic things. Republicans will be like, we want to enslave people through the prison system. And they're like, we can compromise with that. How about indentured slavery? Or sorry, indentured servitude. Best we can do. It's like, they love it until Trump says good people on both sides. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, gosh. So anyways. News of Roan's recent non-endorsement, however, has been met with a negative news reactions online. Okay, so she's a Republican. Got it. This is so stupid. Reads a post on X with 4 million views. You can't borrow from drag aesthetics and embrace your sexuality and then pretend the party that would criminalize our happiness is the same as the one who protects it. See, this is what I mean when I say the problem with both sides. The second those words leave your mouth, there's nothing else that anyone is going to listen to. Wow, she is kind of low key like they want people to hate her so bad. Damn. Others have justified Roan's reluctance to endorse Harris. Chappell Roan has been a vocal supporter of Palestine, so everyone saying she's a closet Republican for not endorsing Harris needs to get their finger off the quote button and understand why a Gen Z who's been in the spotlight for less than a year might not want to align with neo-libs. She's criticizing the engine of celebrity endorsements and asking us to engage directly. Yeah. For her part, she told Rolling Stone, it's not so black and white that you hate one and you like the other. She's also made clear that it's not about advocating. She's not advocating that people tune out. Right now, it's important more than ever to use your vote, and I will continue to do whatever it takes to protect people's civil rights. She said, I feel lucky to be alive during an incredible historical time period when a woman of color is a presidential nominee. Yeah. I still haven't listened to any of her music, but I mean, if you're fundraising for Palestine and you're using your platform to be vocal about Palestine, I think anyone calling you a coward and saying, you just don't want to endorse anyone because you're a coward. It's like, what? I can assure you, any mainstream celebrity that is pro-Palestine, okay, is not a coward. You must listen to her music, Denim. I enjoyed a lot. Okay, we'll listen to it later, maybe. Okay, perhaps. She could have just said, whatever you do, I recommend not voting for Trump. Yeah, that would have been worthwhile as well. But then maybe people would have seen it as like an endorsement for what's it called? Harris. Surely you've heard her a few of her songs in shorts, etc. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, probably. Probably. I haven't listened to it. Sorry. On purpose. Also, wasn't all that taken out of context? She encouraged people to focus on local elections? Yes. I mean, she wasn't saying be apathetic, which I do I hate when people say that you should be apathetic instead. But, did you listen to the new Jamie XX album? I don't even know